So who's going to play this boy now? Okay, Dylan, Yassin, Langston, and Tyler? Okay. Dr. Montessori called the program for the elementary child, the child between 6 and 12, cosmic education, because he now has an imagination and because he now can reason. Now we have to give the child the universe as well as the world, and this incorporates the whole cosmos. So that's what cosmic education means, that we give the child everything. And in order to give the child everything, we have to prepare an environment. And we don't prepare just a physical environment, which is a very important thing to do, but we also prepare a social environment for this elementary child. The primary child was learning to become an individual. The elementary child is learning to become an individual within society. And a part of this development is his own self-construction about who he is going to become as a member in first a small society, and then eventually as he becomes a member in a larger society. Now, what are the important qualities that a person must have? Well, he should be responsible, he should be independent, he should be able to think for himself, he should be generous, he should have a consideration for others, he should have an empathy for people, he should want to be a person who can serve, because that's what is going to make a very harmonious kind of society. So how does that happen in an elementary classroom? First of all, we have to make the children aware of their history, the history of the human being, and how everything that has come to us, everything that we're using is a gift to us from another person. We may not know that person, he may be anonymous, we don't know who it was who invented the pencil or who discovered fire or the wheel, but we have become very dependent on it. So we make the children know and become aware that they and we are beneficiaries of everything that we see about us. We let the children know about certain important individuals who become our heroes and our heroines. Who is Abraham Lincoln, and what did he do for us? He's been long dead, but who was he? What about Einstein? What about Ptolemy? What about Copernicus? These are all people in the stories that we tell the children that we talk about. So we make the children aware of how these people have been a service to society. At the same time that we do that, we give the children opportunities to see small services that they might perform for each other. At the 6 to 9, it may be a simple activity of telling the time for another child, or helping somebody to tie his shoe. But what the teacher needs to do is to make the children aware, you know what, by doing this, you provided a service. You have made our environment richer because of one of your actions. So we're making the children consciously aware of what they have done. At the 9 to 12, the services that the children can provide can be more involved. We make the children aware of their strengths, and we also make the children aware of areas that they need to have further development. But when we isolate for them and underscore their strengths, then they start to think about, how can I use this strength? How can I use this talent to become a beneficial member of society? How can I give to humanity? And it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Every day, little by little, I can do something that will help somebody else out. Dr. Montessori talked about cosmic tasks. And we also talk to the children about, how there are certain animals and plants that have contributed to us. We tell the children the story of the corals in the ocean, the very story that Dr. Montessori told, and how the corals, by drinking all the water, purified the water, took out all of the calcium carbonate, which was a toxic element, so other life can live. And when we present our geography and our biology, we always make these connections. We talk about pollination, the bees and the flowers. We talk about the relationship between fungi and algae to make the lichens.
Mold is a type of fungus that grows on food, like mushrooms, mildews, and all other. No chlorophyll.
So in our lessons, we even talk about an interrelatedness, because we want the children ultimately to discover how every person on the earth is interrelated and interdependent. And by recognizing this, we hope that they will soon discover what they have, where they can make this contribution, where they can perform their cosmic task.
Montessori makes the comment in the book From Childhood to Adolescence that the child should enter the stage of adolescence triumphantly. And I'm like, what does that mean? Triumphantly. And I'm thinking of the parade in Aida, in the opera Aida, where the music is that majestic and everything is just feeling so good. I'm like, I can do this. I'm on parade. And so I put those things together and realize it's going out that allows that triumphal entry. Because you then have the presence to go on display to the world and present yourself as, I know what I'm doing. I can do this and I can do that, and I know how to make an appointment and I know how to get to my appointment.
I would just call and ask if they're open on Tuesday, and that there's a group of, how many of y'all are together? 4? 4 with one adult.
I've heard so many docents in museums around the world going, these children, where do they come up with these questions? They ask such good questions. That's because we're preparing them to go out.
So you can call the operator. Do you know what city you would say?
DC?
Okay, you'd have to say Washington, D.C.
Yeah, Washington.
Okay, and then, I don't know if we have a zip code. You have the address of the White House, right? You're going to need the address probably.
Last time I don't think I needed the
Okay,
address.
well, let's get a piece of paper and write down what we think we're going to need when we call the operator.
I think that having a second adult makes the going out program possible, because then there is that second adult who can be prepared on how to take children out, what the role of the adult is, and spontaneous going out can take place. Going out should be something that the children have a need to do based on presentations that they get in the classroom. And sometimes those going out adventures need to be planned for ahead of time.
Okay, so what needs to happen?
First we gotta figure out the time, how, transportation.
Transportation, how are you going to get there? What else?
We bring the food. If it's
Early, right?
Events.
Who do you have to write? What paperwork do you have to get? Letter. Okay, letter to parents.
Just to make words and just put them right after each other.
Are you open for tours?
Yeah, you just put this a different code right after.
Oh, so you're not going to be doing them next week, Tuesday? Oh, okay. Alright. This is their last tour for today, and they won't be opening on Tuesday. They'll be opening in January. That's it.
Oh no! Oh, so not anymore in December? Okay, then you have to go January.
Sometimes spontaneously, there might be something happening at the lakefront or at the river that is only going to be happening for a short period of time. And if there's that assistant there, she can take them out right then and there. And they can go and investigate what that is or see what it is that they need to see to really understand this work that they've started in the classroom. Sometimes it can be going to the library. They need to go right now because they're so interested in something, they can't find the information in their classroom. But boy, if they could get to the library right now, they could get those books that they're really interested in. And sometimes if they have to wait and plan, they're going to lose the interest.
Everything we do is a preparation for going out. And to those people who say, I really can't go out, it's too difficult, I have problems with insurance, be assured that everything you do to help them go out at all, sometimes a little bit, will be better than nothing. Because nothing can compare to actually crossing the real street. You get them in there that first day and you say to yourself, this child is going to be ready in so many years to go out on their own to take care of some expedition. Everything you do tends to help the child be as independent as they can, to be as accurate as they can, to be as knowledgeable as they can, so that they can actually go out and do something.
Becca, do you have a good memory? Yeah. Okay, what was the price per kid last year? Wasn't it like $8? That was $2. Okay, wasn't it $8? No, I think it was $8. No, do rock park. Horseback riding.
Everything you do is to accomplish the goal of going out.